Hello and welcome to Krimitak. Today we're delving into the intriguing story of Leila Khaled, a woman who made history as the first female hijacker in the world. Her actions were undoubtedly controversial and captivating, leaving a lasting impact on history. In the turbulent landscape of the Middle East during the mid-20th century, Leila Khaled emerged as the central figure whose actions would captivate the world and leave an enduring mark on history. Born in the ancient city of Haifa, Palestine, just 4 years before the establishment of Israel, Leila's life unfolded against the backdrop of a region marked by conflict, upheaval, and the quest for national identity. As the first female hijacker in the world, Leila Khaled's story is one of audacity, complexity, and resilience, and it offers a unique lens through which to view the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. Leila Khaled's journey toward becoming a symbol of Palestinian resistance began early in her life. Born on April 9, 1944, she spent her formative years in a Palestine grappling with the birth pangs of a new state, Israel. Her family's forced displacement from their homeland due to the escalating conflict left an indelible mark on her psyche. In 1948, the Nakba, or catastrophe, occurred, leading to the displacement of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, including Leila's family, from their homes. For Leila, growing up in the diaspora ignited a fire of determination to reclaim her homeland and resist the forces of occupation. She experienced firsthand the profound sense of loss and longing that would fuel her commitment to the Palestinian cause. At the tender age of 15, she joined the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine, FOP, a leftist militant organization that emerged as a response to the perceived failure of diplomacy to secure Palestinian rights. Leila Khaled's involvement with the FEL marked a turning point in her life. The organization's commitment to armed struggle and its bold actions, including airplane hijackings, resonated deeply with her desire to challenge Israeli dominance. Her participation in the organization's activities was a testament to her commitment to change the trajectory of her people's history. It was in this atmosphere that she transformed from a refugee to a freedom fighter. The late 1960s witnessed a series of airplane hijackings orchestrated by Palestinian groups seeking to draw global attention to their struggle. Leila Khaled became a central figure in this strategy due to her ability to blend in with passengers and her linguistic skills. The hijackings were carefully planned operations aimed at capturing international media coverage and pressuring governments sympathetic to Israel. Leila's involvement in the hijacking of TWA Flight 840 in August 1969 epitomized this strategy. Armed with hand grenades and a pistol, she and her partner managed to take control of the aircraft. Their demand was to divert the flight to Tel Aviv, effectively challenging the Israeli state from within the confines of an airplane. The tense negotiations and the involvement of Israeli fighter jets showcased the gravity of the situation. The story of her audacious act serves as a stark reminder of the dangers in the sky. In September 1970, LA 219 faced a terrifying hijacking attempt. The hijacker planned to detonate a bomb on board. The pilot, aware of the threat, lowered the plane's altitude to minimize potential damage. However, the Marshal used tie wire to restrain the hijacker. Tragically, a passenger was shot and killed during the ordeal. The plane, originally destined for New York, made an emergency landing in London. The Air Marshal informed Air Traffic Control in London about the incident. As an Israeli plane with an Israeli Marshal, he feared legal repercussions due to the death on board. This chilling tale of LA 219's hijacking reminds us of the bravery and quick thinking of the Air Marshal that fateful day. A plane lands unexpectedly. Passengers are moved to another aircraft. Leila, a key figure in this story, is handed over to British forces in London. The remaining Israeli sky marshals and others leave discreetly, avoiding legal entanglements. Now Leila is in the hands of British police. Her partner is dead, She is taken to a police station, not a jail. The incident occurred before entering British airspace. Leila's only charge in Britain is entering without valid documents. All other allegations are dismissed. Yet, Britain faces a dilemma. An Israeli plane was hijacked, a Palestinian movement member died, and Leila is linked to the organization. Leila's connections to Arab countries of Britain add another layer to this complex situation. The interrogation continues as the mystery of the hijacking plan unfolds. Israel demands Leila's extradition after a plane hijacking, but Britain hesitates, fearing backlash from Arab countries. Britain's dilemma is real. They can't risk their good relations and oil trade with the Arab nation. So what's their solution? They keep Leila in custody, treating her well, but without filing any charges. Leila later praises the British police in an interview. She says they treated her well. The hijacking? She claims it wasn't an issue. A police officer informs Leila that her organization has hijacked a British air flight. Leila denies it, saying their enemy is Israel, not Britain. The hijacked plane had 114 passengers. It was an en route from Cairo to London. The hijacking happened just after takeoff from Cairo. The hijackers demand Leila's freedom. Sky Marshals, the unsung heroes of the skies. Their mission was to prevent hijackings and ensure our safety. On 12th September, a plane was hijacked and the passengers held captive for 26 grueling days. But thanks to the quick thinking and bravery of our Sky Marshals, the plane and passengers were released. The hijackers were apprehended and peace was restored. This wasn't a standalone incident. Between 1969 and 1970, 4 other planes were hijacked. Each time, the Sky Marshals intervened, ensuring the safety of all passengers. So next time you're flying, remember the Sky Marshals. They're there, silently watching, ready to act at a moment's notice. Let's appreciate these brave souls. Leila, a woman with a mission, hijacked the plane. This wasn't her first time. 3 other planes had met the same fate, all to send a message. After the incident, she was released. She returned home, hailed as a hero. She became the poster girl for the Palestine freedom movement. But her story didn't end there. She left her hijacking days behind and entered politics. Leila Khaled, now a politician for the Palestine freedom movement, holds a high position in the party. What set Leila's story apart from her male counterparts was her deep emotional connection to her birthplace, Haifa. As the plane entered Israeli airspace, Leila's request to fly over Haifa reflected her personal struggle. Torn between her role as a freedom fighter and her memories of the city she had been forced to leave as a child, this poignant moment revealed the human dimensions of the conflict, underscoring that behind the headlines and hijackings were individuals grappling with the weight of history. Leila Khaled's actions were not without controversy. While some viewed her as a heroic figure fighting for justice and national liberation, others labeled her a terrorist due to the nature of her actions. The airplane hijackings, while aimed at garnering attention for the Palestinian cause, inevitably put innocent lives at risk. The debate surrounding her legacy underscores the complexities of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict and the ethical dilemmas faced by those engaged in resistance movement. Leila's story did not end with her hijacking endeavors. Her transformation into a political figure showcased the evolution of her role in the Palestinian struggle. As the 1970s unfolded, she transitioned from her role as a hijacker to that of a diplomat and advocate. Leila recognized the power of diplomatic channels in advancing the Palestinian cause and sought to engage the international community through discourse and negotiations. In her subsequent years, Leila Khaled faced numerous challenges as she sought to leverage her visibility to advance the Palestinian cause. Her association with the FELP, an organization that engaged in both legitimate political activities and violent actions, complicated her advocacy efforts. Nevertheless, she continued to be a vocal voice for Palestinian rights, participating in international forums, discussions, and media appearances. Leila Khaled's legacy is multifaceted. Her actions as a hijacker were emblematic of the lengths to which individuals would go to draw attention to a deeply entrenched conflict. Her personal journey from a refugee to a freedom fighter, and later a political figure, exemplified the complexities of navigating a landscape marred by decades of strife. Leila's life story continues to resonate with those who seek to understand the Palestinian struggle and the larger issues of identity, displacement, and resistance. Leila Khaled's story is one that encapsulates the tumultuous history of a region grappling with nationhood, conflict, and the quest for justice. Her journey from a displaced child to a figurehead of Palestinian resistance, and eventually a political voice, underscores the multidimensional nature of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. Whether viewed as a symbol of resilience, a terrorist, or a political advocate, Leila's legacy is a reminder that history is often shaped by individuals who, driven by their convictions, are willing to take extraordinary measures to effect change.